Hello, my friends. Thank you for joining me. We're going to John 15, verse 1. This is 5 Minutes of Faith. So I'm talking this week about being fruitful and some principles on how to be fruitful and some of our focuses that we need to have. It's not just on trying to do good things for God. I mean, yes, we want to do that. Yes. But if you get so focused on just those works, you'll become religious, you'll get frustrated, and burn out eventually. We don't want to do that. No, we want to do it God's way. We want to bear much fruit, but we want to do it God's way. And His way, Jesus is going to describe here in John 15, verse 1. He says, "I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, He takes away. And every branch that bears fruit, He prunes, that it may bear more fruit. You are already clean because of the word which I've spoken to you. Abide in me, and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, unless it abides in the vine. Neither can you unless you abide in me." Verse 5, "I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him bears much fruit. For without me you can do nothing." I want to talk about, again, bearing much fruit. And he says here that if we will abide in Him, then we will be fruitful. And if we're abiding in Him, the Father will prune us. Because ultimately, no matter how close we get to God, if you search and if you look, you'll still find a little bit of yourself that needs pruned and needs cut off. You know, Jesus tells us that we need to deny ourselves and follow Him. Well, that's part of the process of growing up and bearing fruit. Allow God to cut things out of your life, because that will enable His Spirit to have more control, more being in charge of your life. We don't want to be in charge of our life. We want to submit to God. Jesus said again, "He who abides in Him," that's the key, that's the principle, abiding in the Father, and we'll bear much fruit. I want to be fruitful. But again, I don't want to do it in a religious way and just think that only if I can do these certain things, then God will be pleased. No, God is pleased with us because of our faith in Jesus. And that's how you abide in Him. It's through faith. And it's through that faith that we become fruitful and we bear much fruit. In John 14, verse 11, Jesus says, "Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me, or else believe me for the sake of the works themselves." Verse 12, "Most assuredly I say to you, he who believes in me, the works that I do, he will do also, and greater works than these he will do, because I go to my Father." Notice how Jesus didn't say, he who tries really hard and does all these religious things will do the works that I do. No, He says, he who believes in me, the works that I do, he will do, and greater works, more fruit, greater fruit. It's not better. Not like we're doing something better, like we're trying to top what Jesus did. No, it's that it will multiply exponentially. The works that Jesus had begun on the earth while He was on the earth, He's still doing on the earth through us. There's the difference. Me abiding in Him, our faith in Him. He does the work through us. I have no power to do it on my own. But He says here, we'll do the same works that He did, and He does, if we'll trust in Him and if we'll abide in the Father and the Father abide in us. Go to Colossians chapter 1, verse 10. It says, "That you may walk worthy of the Lord, fully pleasing Him, being fruitful in every good work, and increasing in the knowledge of God." And yes, we have to make a decision every day to walk worthy. We have to make a decision to be submitted to God, to be fully pleasing to Him, that we may be fruitful in every good work, listening to the Lord. And if we'll listen and submit ourselves to God, then we will do. Actually, it's not us that'll be doing it. God will do what He wants to do through us. He'll speak through us. He'll minister through us. He'll serve through us. He'll love people through us. And that is the fruit that we're looking for. And if we'll simply trust and submit to Him, we'll bear more fruit. Amen? Hope you have been encouraged. It's been another 5 Minutes of Faith.